Morning, everybody. I'm going to do it from the balcony today because the hubby's got the office. He's busy editing a wedding, which is kind of cool. So he did a wedding last weekend. Hi there, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I hope that you've had a chance to watch days 1 through to 4. So today is the last day, all about creating your brand, and it's a beautiful day here in South winter, but we are in the warmest part of South Africa, and it's around like 25 degrees during the day, and then at night time it cools down nicely to about 11. So I'm going to sit here because the hubby's got the office. He's busy editing a wedding. He did a wedding on the weekend, so we still have our wedding photography business. I have a social media marketing business, and I do business coaching with women from all over the world. And this week I've been doing a training all about branding, and we've covered everything from getting clear on what your offer is, on knowing what your story is, so in other words creating the copy for your brand. So be sure to watch days 1 through to 4. And then yesterday I dived a little bit more into the whole technical aspects of when it comes to now creating your website, so your online presence, which we know that a website is not a brand. We've covered that. So this is now creating your website, so your online brand presence. So yesterday I went into the technical stuff, so just help me block the trolls, let them all come through, and just hit block. So if they make horrible comments, Taylor, I think you're in here, if you see any trolls, just help me block them out, and then what we'll do is we can get into the content. So my definition of success is working from 8 until 2 and having every afternoon off and not having to work in the afternoons, which is exactly what I do. So that's my definition of success. Having time freedom and being able to have time as a mom to do yoga and horse riding and exercise, the stuff that I want to do. That's my definition of success right now. And we all have our own, so it's quite a good question. So just know that if you are watching and you see trolls, you can just click on their names and block them. So today we're going to, cool, nice answer, good, I'm glad. It's a good question, actually, very good question. Okay, so I am English, and I only speak English, a little bit of Afrikaans, but not much, and I'm based in Durban in South Africa. So I do business coaching with women all over the world, and I primarily help people with their marketing and branding. I have 16 years experience. I lived overseas. I lived in London for a long time, and then worked in top ad agencies, did retouching for Mario Testino for about 5 years. And then, do you speak Afrikaans? I don't speak Russian, no. So yeah, then I had a photography business for 8 years, and we photographed weddings all over the world, and then moved to the Caribbean. I'm from South Africa. So we lived in the Caribbean for 2.5 years, and we came back to South Africa after being away for 15 years. And it doesn't really matter where you're based these days. You know, you can be based anywhere in the world. And yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to do some blocking here quickly. Do you know what happened is I put my location on. Now this is what happens on Periscope. If you put your location on, all these people come on. So I wanted to test the difference and see if any decent people came on or what. So let's get into the content. All questions can be answered in my Facebook group called Build Your Brand Online. So if you want to join there, it's for women entrepreneurs. So yesterday we did all the technical stuff about why you should use WordPress and all the technical stuff that goes into the website. Now it's time to take action. Now it's time to map out your website. So time to map out your website. So watch days 1 to 4 and get all the background stuff and all the stuff I did about the branding there. And you know, I remember when I was putting together my new coaching site, it's Segerius-Bruce Coaching. If you want to go look at my site, I do web development for people. I have a developer on my team. I tend to do the kind of business coaching side plus a bit of the design because, my background is in graphic design. So I help with the design, and then I have a great developer on my team. So together, we do like the business coaching side with me, and then she takes over and does the final web development when you're ready to create your actual website. So if you coach with me, by the end of it, you'll actually have a functioning website as well. So mapping out. So I enlisted, so I have, a web developer on my team. I know how all of this works, but when it comes to doing your own site, you got to sit down and do the work. You've got to action. You've got to map out the site. Now, what I actually like to do is I will print out, I've got 16 years experience. I have a diploma in graphic design, and I've had my own business I had a photography business for 8 years, and then I've had my social media business for over a year. So you can read about my 16 years experience on Segerius-Bruce coaching, if you want to have a look at that. So I like to map out websites physically. So I will take pieces of paper and sticky tape them together and put them out on a table and say home page, about page, contact page, blog page, and I literally draw it out. So the same as what people do when they map out like storyboards, when they do videos, like people who do professional video map out a storyboard. It's kind of the same concept. And this way you can we work really well visually. When you go and try and design in WordPress, I don't find that that's a good solution. I like to actually, so I have a web developer on my team. I have already said all of this stuff. Go back and watch the replay if you want to find out more. I have a web developer on my team. We do web development, and I also own a social media marketing business. So people coach with me, and then we create the website at the end of it. So I have a web developer on my team. So mapping out the website, homepage, about page, so actually have them physically there. And then, oh my goodness, I'm just going to, yes, it's not a him, it's a her. And just because you're a web developer doesn't mean you're a male. So bye-bye, see you later. My goodness, what is wrong with these men on Periscope? So... Am I right? So, yeah, because it must be a man, isn't it? It has to be a man to be a developer. Hey, actually, my developer's on here right now. What do you think of that, Chantel? Would have to be a man, wouldn't it, to be a developer? Couldn't be a woman. Anyway, I might have to re-record this one. This is getting a little cray-cray with all these people coming on. So... yeah, actually physically map out what's going to go into the website. You've had your personal branding shoot if you have a personal brand, and then you're like, okay, what's going on the header image? What copy's going where? Like, and this is the hard stuff. It's like you can't just say, oh, here we go, I want you to make me a website. It doesn't work like that. It has to come from you. It's a process. So the process is figuring out all the stuff that I explained on days 1 through to 4, and then this is the action taking. Now, it's a hell of a lot easier when you work with a coach and work with somebody, because I've done it both ways. It works quicker, you have feedback, it's just it's a great process. I have my own coach. I've just hired a new high-level business coach, and I'm really, really excited about working with her. It pushes you. It's really good. So, yeah, mapping out, and then taking that, hand-drawn, mapped-out plan of your site. Another developer I know, which is a male, he was saying they actually do it on post-it notes. So when they're doing these massive sites, like he used to work in London for a big agency that did stuff for like Coca-Cola, Okay, great. So you okay. Yeah, I do. I'm in Build Your Brand Online as my Facebook group, and Segerius-Bruce Coaching is my site. So you can join the group or send me a message, however you want to do it, and let's see if I can help you. I'd love to help you. That's awesome. So I don't know if you know Polly Alexander. She's also a business coach. She was my coach for a while, and we did the web development on her site. So it's a really nice site to go and look at, polyalexander.com. She did work with a graphic designer, and then we did the web development. And then my site is Segerius-Bruce Coaching, so you can see the web development on that if you want to see those kind of personal branding type websites. So then it's time to go from, yeah, sure, no problem. Millionaire Moms Club, love that name. That's awesome. What a good brand. Love. So then, yeah, so mapping out the actual site, and then creating Word documents, having your branding shoot done, all your images, everything has to be organized. Like, I'm super freaking organized when it comes to this. Dropbox, about, homepage, about page, contact page, image 1, image 2, image 3. If you do this, literally, my site was turned around in 1 week. Yes, I did all the background stuff, but web development should not take 6 months. If it is, then you're either not getting your content to the person. Want a landing page or capture page? Yeah, of course. So I use lead pages, and then I just integrate it in there, which is fantastic. I think it's super easy. You can also just should it be the first page? No, I don't think so. You can have an opt-in, a little pop-up that comes up. I spoke about this yesterday, so you can have a pop-up that comes up maybe 30 seconds after they've been on your site. I don't have like a landing page on my website as such, but yes, I create landing pages with URLs that I run my Facebook ads, and then that goes straight to a landing page. So a landing page is a different thing. Your website is like your brochure, your beautiful brand that people take their time and look at and find out why you're the right person for them, and your background and your experience, they get to know you. Your landing page is where it's an opt-in page, so it's name and email address, simple, no other navigation, nothing like that. That is what I use specifically for my Facebook ads. My Facebook ads I actually hired a Facebook ads coach at the end of last year, and I did a month just coaching on Facebook ads. I paid $2,500 for that. So I know Facebook ads now. My Facebook ads in South Africa, they converted around 50 cents a lead, which was next to nothing. In Europe, my Facebook ads are converting it around like $2, maybe $2.30 maximum, usually under $2 per conversion. So the industry standard is between $2 and $5 a conversion. So I definitely feel like I've nailed the whole Facebook ad thing. If you do work with me as a business coach, then I am happy to share all of that information. I don't just do branding coaching. I'm very happy to share all my info. It's just the natural progression. When people come to me, they usually have an idea, or they want to rebrand or something like that. So we work through the branding and the marketing process. So the marketing can happen at the same time. You can book clients before you've up-leveled your brand. Why do you up-level your brand? So you can put your prices up. You can charge more when your brand goes up a level. That's how it works. It worked like that in my wedding photography business, in my social media business, and in my coaching. So it's a great way of, if you're ready to go up to the next level, sometimes what happens is we change our minds about what direction we're going in, and then our website's still the old one. So it's not even like, when you're like embarrassed to give over your business card because you're like, this is not really the brand I'm doing anymore, but here we go, and let me just explain something. I think you'll know that, and Chantal will know exactly what I'm talking about, because she's also going through a rebrand right now. Website shame. So yeah, it's time, it's time to take the action and change that. If you are feeling any website shame, or if it's just not, it's not where you are anymore, and that's fine, that happens. Branding evolves all the time as well, so allow it to be a process. Your brand doesn't have to be the same forever. And also, the one thing I do recommend is hiring a graphic designer for your logo. My logo is about 8 years old, and it's my surname, Segerius-Bruce. Now, that logo was actually Segerius-Bruce Photography. Then it became Segerius-Bruce Services, which is the social media, and now it's Segerius-Bruce Coaching. Because it's such a timeless, beautiful logo. I spent £250 just on the logo, and that was 8 years ago. So don't skimp on your logo, because you're not going to have to pay every few years for a new logo if you have a decent one. And then the bottom bit of my logo just changes, like coaching, workshops, whatever it needs to be. The brand is my surname, Segerius-Bruce. So, I always recommend that. And, with websites, like, And these days you can pick such beautiful themes. Picking a great theme with some kind of a web page builder in it, get the web developer to do that. That's what I do with my sites, and we do, so that the person who has their website can easily update their pictures and their the words themselves. You don't have to go back to developer every time you have a copy change. Like, that is unnecessary these days, and so I don't recommend that. I recommend having some kind of page builder in there. And yeah, any questions for me? Did I finish that? Yeah, just the kind of process of actually getting organized and putting all the content into folders, and then the web developer can create the site, create the pages, and then of course there's tweaking that can happen afterwards. You can either do it yourself once it's created because you've got this page builder, or if there's certain things that you can't do, then the developer can do. But I recommend learning the page builder, or get your assistant to learn it. Yeah, be prepared. You've got to be prepared, and not wonder why your web development took 6 months last time because you didn't get your content over in time. Or maybe the photo shoot that you had, the pictures weren't right. Like, these days you need to have the full screen pictures, proper personal branding images that you're really proud of. I know there's so many extensions like .net. I love .com. .com all the way. I know sometimes it's a bit more expensive, but Segerius-Bruce photography.com, Segerius-Bruce Segerius-Bruce services.com, and Segerius-Bruce coaching.com, because like, being in South Africa now, but we lived all over the world. Like, we've lived in the UK, all over the UK, then we moved to the Caribbean for 2.5 years. Who knows where we're going to go next? Maybe Bali or Mauritius, who knows? So I don't want to restrict myself by a .co.uk or .co.za, anything like that. I really think we're living in a global market, and so for that reason I recommend .com all the way. Yeah, for sure. So any other questions about taking action and actually making this stuff happen? If you're interested in coaching with me, my 4-month coaching package, okay, my size millionaire, .us, the .com, yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so the .com will be more expensive. So, you have to, there's .co, there's .net, at the end of the day, you have to see what your brand is worth. Yeah, for SEO.com is the way to go. I know that is quite a lot right now. Maybe for now, leave it as it is, and then as you make money in the business, take a portion of that and buy the .com. At the end of the day, sometimes we've got to do what we've got to do. I've had other big coaches and that do that as well, and they've gone, well, I'm not going to spend $5,000 on this domain name, and when they've really gone and thought about it and known how important is that brand name to you, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to pay for those things. It's not nice that these people snap up all the domain names and then make money out of flipping domain names. It's kind of an irritating thing, but it is a reality. Okay, yeah, your brand name is fantastic, so yeah, it's, go and book I don't know if you sell coaching packages, go sell one coaching package. Go sell 2 one-day intensives and pay for it. Just have it. I want that, and this is what I'm going to sell, and that's how I'm going to get it. If it's a non-negotiable for you, then, you've got to figure out a way to make it happen. And that's the best way to do it. And just be like, right, the next 2 one-day intensives I'm selling is for this, and that's it. And just do it like that. That's what I would do if it's that important and it's a desire of yours and you want it. Go for it. So yeah, anybody who signs up for my 4-month coaching package, it's an ongoing package where we start off with a 2-hour Skype intensive. I've got worksheets, I've got branding worksheets. We do a worksheet in the beginning that works out what do you want your brand to be, what do you want your life to look like. I work from 8 till 2 every day, have every afternoon off with my daughter. That's what I want my life to look like. How do I create a business that supports that life? And that's the most important thing. Okay, great. Book in a discovery call with me if you want. We can chat for half an hour, 45 minutes, see if we're the right fit. I'm very, very happy to do that. Taylor, if you're on, could you put the bit.ly link up for my discovery call? There we go. It's bit.ly/coaching discovery call. And also go onto Segerius-Bruce coaching. Have a look at my coaching packages there. So my 4-month coaching package is $4,500, and that's 4 months of ongoing weekly calls. So we really get to the bottom of your brand. But if you book by Friday the 17th, you get your website included. Like, people pay that just for a website. So being in South Africa, obviously we can offer this kind of value, like it's an incredible value. So you'll work with me as a business coach, create your brand, and then the web development is included. So at the end of the 4 months, you will have your new website. It doesn't have to take 4 months. We can get that web development going before that, and then really get into marketing. And I can teach you about okay, 3 a.m. Oh, okay, that is Vegas style. Cool. So you would, okay, we'll have to look at those times. So if you need me to, on the bit.ly link, you'll see my Calendly link. So it's bit.ly/discovery call. What was it, Taylor? Won't you put it in for me so she can screenshot that? And also join my Facebook group, Build Your Brand Online. Then that way you can send me a private message or go to my website and email me. And there's the links for my discovery calls on Segerius-Bruce coaching as well. So that would be really, really cool to connect, and let's chat and see if we're the right fit. And you would do the 4 months of coaching, get the branding, get your marketing, get your Facebook ads going, and actually have a website at the end of it. So this special where I'm offering the website is booked by Friday the 17th of June, which is next week. So if you can get your discovery call in with me early next week, I've already had 4 people, and I have only 4 slots available for it. So I've already had 4 chats this week with people wanting to work with me. So I'm waiting to hear back. So anyone watching who's had a chat with me, do let me know what your decision is. I've spoken to people from all like different kinds of backgrounds: photographer, PR, who else have I spoken to? Somebody who does project management, and she flies all over the world, and she's moving countries. So I also help people, like I've moved countries. I moved from Durban to London, London to the Caribbean, and the Caribbean here. And I actually moved here when I had a 15-month-old, and I launched a new business while we were moving as well. So I know all about that. So it's such interesting work. I really enjoy what I'm doing. And I am going to go and pick my daughter up now from school and take her to the animal farm. So I'll show you my view from the balcony. See where I'm coming in from, and also the beautiful weather here that we have in Durban. So this is the view. I work from home. It's the way I love it to be. And so if you come to South Africa, I do these one-day intensives at the Oyster Box as well, if you're looking for an excuse to come to South Africa and tack on a safari. Cool, guys, thanks for all the hearts, and I really, really appreciate all the feedback I've had, all the questions. Mademoiselle Nomad, if you come on, Beatrice, I am going to answer your question properly about, you wanted to find out about PR, what did exclusivity mean, and what does tear sheets mean, and getting published. I think I want to do a whole scope on that. So Beatrice, if you watch this, I will answer your question, I promise. Okay, have a good day, ladies. Bye.